So yes, what is up? Welcome back. This is Gaurav aka GY. Welcome you all to another podcast. तो आज के इस podcast में we have Biju Param, who is the founder of Druooz, which is at cab services in Bangalore, and बहुत कुछ जानेंगे उनके बारे में. So let's get into this. Let's start this podcast. Hello Biju Param sir, welcome to the podcast. What's up? What's going on? क्या चल रहा है और?
Hey man, hey Gaurav, how are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you, sir?
Yeah,
How's it
I'm
going?
doing good. Yeah, it's going fine. So how's it
literally
going for you?
with the Druooz, scaling up Druooz, right?
Yeah, so started Druooz like 7 months back, and we are scaling up right now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So let's get into the main segment, guys. So basically, my first question would be, can you tell us about your journey? Like, इससे पहले आप क्या कर रहे थे ना? How did you venture in this industry?
Okay, so we have factories. So I was working in factory around like 2020, and at that point of time, I used to talk to people and stuff. One of the people's husband was a cab driver. So upon asking, they said they were paying like 12% in commissions. And when I calculated, it came up to 22%. And upon asking the company, they said, if you want to be here. Is it like take it or leave it kind of a reply it was, right? So drivers are the main element in your company, and without them, you can't operate. And you treating them like this, it's not a good thing. Just in the name of customer acquisition, you acquire drivers and customers, and later you just cancel all the offers and incentives, and it hurts their personal life financially and emotionally. So Druooz was born based out of this ideology, and in 2021 the incentives was cut down and the commissions were increased in this industry. And and before everything, we are a ride-hailing startup in Bangalore. So at that point of time, incentives and offers were cut down, and it was hurting drivers and customers, right? And even though the customer doesn't care about the pricing, increasing in the price, it hurts them. But tier 1 cities like Bangalore, they are not considering it. So yeah, and at that point of time, we thought, we have to come. There's a potential in this industry, and Druooz was started after that.
Okay, so like, why Druooz? What's the journey behind? Like, how the name invented, and what's the behind that?
So the Druooz. So we were trying to register another name, and we didn't get that name. To be honest, we didn't get that name. So I was just trying to find another name, and the other name is Druooz. That's it. Simple.
That's how Druooz was born, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought like एक बहुत बड़ी story होगी, like ऐसा है वैसा है, but no problem. Like मैंने नहीं मिल रहा था इसलिए नाम रख दिया. So basically, as a like एक cab services में safety is the main and critical matter, right? हर एक cab services में. So like how Druooz manages that, show safety for its customers.
So first of all, we have SOS button, and we have live tracking, and before every ride we make sure the initial days we are calling the drivers, we are calling the customers, and this is a very granular, we are doing it in a very granular level. But going forward, there will be SOS buttons, and calls will be forwarded either to police stations or relatives or their contact. Yeah.
Okay, so like, are the जो drivers होते are they specialized in that? Like, कैसे hiring होती है? How it all goes?
So we train every driver that we onboard, and
Hmm.
I was also a driver, so for like 3-4 months. So
Oh.
one thing I forgot to tell previously was as soon as I wanted to start Druooz, the first thing that I did was I left everything and I started driving cab in Bangalore for
Hmm.
3-4 months. So then, based on the driver's request and each and every feature you find in our app is from the drivers. And the whole survey was taken from the customers also, and then we built the app. And few of the ideas which has been implemented in the app are also from the drivers.
Hmm.
So the app is from the drivers and for the drivers, I would say.
That's nice. The pura जो है sir drivers and customers like पूरा
Yeah,
दे दें.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
So
like हाँ sure.
so I was with them and hiring them. We have a process. So first, there is a onboarding process, and then we train them, and
Hmm.
then we have, uh, you know, we onboard them later
Okay.
after the training. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. So right now there are many more companies in this sector. Like we have Ola, we have Uber, Rapido, and many
Mhm.
more. To be honest.
Mhm.
So how does Druooz differentiate from those, and how would you compete with them?
So as I said, this app was started from driver's request, and
Hmm.
we are not competing anyone with price and timings and any other strategy. So if you see cab ride hailing industry in India,
Hmm.
so they try to confuse you, right? So one of the ideology was like a driver doesn't understand commissions, right?
Hmm.
So people in those segments talk like today I earned like 2,500 rupees. 500 rupees is my expense, and 2,000 I'm taking home. This is how
Hmm.
they talk in daily conversations. So if you put something like commissions to them, so they really don't understand. And why do you put commissions there is because to confuse them and make more of it, right? So that's how I see it,
Hmm.
right? So with us, there is only one basic business model, and it is 10% up to 7,500. So at max they would pay, like 7,500. That's a subscription per month, and we are not
Hmm.
collecting at once. So we'll be collecting per ride basis, which
Okay.
is more simplified,
Hmm.
right? I would say trust and transparency is our main competitive
Motto.
advantage, which is there in the
Hmm.
market.
Right.
So we want to give bill to the drivers on every month end, and we involve with the drivers. Even me, you can find me every week. There is a airport taxi hub near the
Hmm.
airport, right?
Yeah.
So every week you can find me there talking to the drivers and chatting to the
Nice.
drivers.
That's nice. That's nice. Because
So
most important thing is we talk to our employees like who are working for us. So मतलब
mhm,
अच्छा सा feedback मिल जाएगा.
yeah,
बहुत.
so we are different from others in terms of transparency and you know
Hmm.
trust,
Nice.
and we give the subscription for consistent period of time. It is
Hmm.
fixed. We are not changing the business model for a consistent period of time.
Nice. So one
And
of your Drew's motto is or aim is to support small businesses. How do you
yeah,
facilitate that?
see, there is a term called Unink India, right? So Unink India is
Can you please
uh,
give us some information?
so Unink India is 51% of unorganized sector in India.
Okay.
So it contributes up to 51% of India's GDP, right?
Hmm.
So it's all an unorganized sector, right? So which is something like cab industry.
Hmm.
So I wanted to play active role in terms of uh, the life of small businesses like this, right? So
Hmm.
that's the goal.
Okay. That's the goal.
And people
Have you
come
done
here and say customer acquisition, and they make the unorganized sector a little bit organized, and they charge uh, some percentage for it, and
Mhm.
it's fine. But it really hurts the customers after a point of time. Like, how much will you charge them? In the terms of facilitating, you're giving this high-end softwares which increases your cost, and you're putting a lot of people in the payroll, and the unorganized sector and the customers of unorganized sector should pay at the end of the day, right?
Right.
So I just wish to eliminate that and bring in a simplified model. Yeah.
Nice. So, as you have also managed the large scale operations and has faced many more challenges while building up and scaling up, or while starting up. So, what are the key challenges and how you overcame them?
Okay, while starting this, especially,
Hmm.
I approached like 500 plus people who would say why
Nice.
it wouldn't work.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I started with this idea wouldn't work, and they're like giant in this industry. How are you going to do it? And I tried getting investment in the beginning, but that didn't happen. Then later, I thought of putting my own funds. So it is still bootstrapped till now. And week by week,
Nice.
it was like a hell of a journey,
Hmm.
I would say. And especially when I was driving, usually drivers have these lines said, right? Like, you guys sit in the AC room and decide for us, and we are the one who's like in the sun working hard, right? So that's why I decided to be the driver and started driving cabs. And from hiring and everything, it was pretty hard. Yeah. The one thing I would say is like consistency. If you do anything consistent over a period of time, so, and put yourself out there will be people coming in to help you, and you know you will see progress. So that's how we sustain till now, and I'm really thankful for the people in this journey who like helped me.
Yeah, sure. Like until you go into that properly and study it, there's nothing
Yeah.
gonna work. You
Yeah.
need to learn and have some experience in that, and then go into it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So one of my question is like, so basically, to scale any company, you must get and have some feedbacks from the people, right? How Druooz contain like कैसे वो Druooz feedbacks देता है, frequent feedbacks from the customers, and like what are the best ones you have heard, and like ये ऐसा है कि like this made my
So
day. बस
feedback about Druooz, or like
Druooz.
feedback about Druooz, right?
Yeah.
So there are two front. So one is driver front. So, even now I go on drive. I put my white shirt and I go on drive cabs.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah. So at least weekly once I do that. And apart from the work in the company, I mostly be on field one day after another in the hot sun. So on the driver front, I go and collect. I drive around and I stop where the like more crowded driver are gathered. I stop there and I start having a conversation and stuff like that. And they found it different, and a support from the drivers, like, it's been a
Crazy.
bigger motivator for me. Yeah. And about the customer, one day, this was like last week, right? I was distributing cards in Kamnahalli in Bangalore, and in the hot sun, right? Like, there was this people who gathered around, and they were like, "Oh, nice, all the best for you," and like, you're doing this. You're distributing things in the hot sun, and like, they asked more about the company, and they were like, "We'll surely support and we'll tell our friends." And yeah, that's the one review of us, like that stick with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. So, as I have checked your LinkedIn and etc. things, you have a background in politics too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that and how you shifted from politics to business. Like they are
So
both
I'm
both
a
different.
I'm a very young guy, right? Like, so I just I'm just into politics. My family is into politics,
Okay,
so I recently joined. So there is no history for me in politics, and
okay,
yeah. So I started with business. So we are a business family.
that's nice.
We did business generation. We were also into politics, and I just recently joined, and I started
You are
business.
nice.
Yeah,
No problem. Okay. Also,
but
you are a
I'm
boxer.
in. Hmm?
You are also a boxer, right?
Yeah, I do boxing. Yeah.
What are some
So
of
past
memories
two
for that?
years, huh?
What are your some of the best memories for that?
So I got, see, usually in training, even in practice, I just don't, I want to keep it real. So I tell people to, like make it real.
Hmm.
So it's a very common occurrence that you see bruises in my face. And sports really help you to stay consistent in whatever you're doing. Any
Hmm.
kind of sport, you do gym or you do boxing or any sport, it
Hmm.
actually reflects in your professional journey, right? So yeah.
Right. Okay. So, what are your some of the special moments while scaling up Druooz? Like any special moments, like with the co-founder or anyone?
So I've been into like few business previously, and
Hmm.
another information is I'm doing. I just finished my second semester BBA in
Okay.
Manipal University. Yeah, and
Nice.
I already have like had two businesses with
Hmm.
co-founders, which didn't work out. I had to exit. So
Hmm.
this is a solo found. I'm a solo founder here.
Okay.
So as of uh, now, till now, I didn't find any co-founder as such. So yeah.
So, any special moments like right now till while scaling up?
While scaling up, as I told you, I put myself out there, and I feel people are special, right? Like the
Hmm.
people I met in this journey, and they are helping me. Uh, Sometimes they don't see personal benefits, and it's really hard to find people like that. And I'm really glad that I found people like that. Like they sacrifice. There are times they sacrificed personally for Druooz, and they're still here supporting. And they're
Hmm.
like, whatever, and still they're like, whatever happens, we'll do it
Yeah.
together. So that's really special to me. The people, I would say, people. I value people and their time. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
that is really special to me. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay. One thing, if you would like to convey to the people about Druooz, what would it be?
You try us, you'll know, because we are something different, and we are coming here to do make a difference in this industry.
Hmm.
So you wouldn't just be another customer, or like uh, in a bunch of customer pool that the other company has, right?
Hmm.
So whatever decision that we make, so we'll make sure that we keep you in mind and we make those decisions. So that's been like very important process in Druooz. So whatever decision we make in the driver side or the customer side, we
Hmm.
ask the drivers and we make decisions. And on the customer side, we take some poll, and we'll see if it affects. We have like few initial set of customers, so we
Hmm.
ask feedback from them, then we'll do it. Otherwise, uh, you're not just a customer acquisition for us, so you really mean much more than that if you are in Druooz. Yeah.
As a founder, that are the best words.
Yeah. Thank you.
Customer है भगवान है मेरे customer भगवान है.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
customer. No, see, it is an exchange of value, right?
Hmm.
This sentence has been misused a lot in India. So I'm a god,
India.
so you should serve me, right?
Right.
I think everything should be fair. We are exchanging something valuable and getting something valuable from you, right?
Right.
It is an exchange of value, and it should be of fair value. It is a problem when it starts hurting you financially and emotionally, right? So if I become a bigger tech company, it's not like मैं भगवान हूँ, right? I'm not God. I
Right.
can't change everything in the market as I wish, right? So I can only charge and I can only ask how much I provide value for. So the expectation from the customer is also to be set. You
Right.
shouldn't be okay with what prices that people fix for you. For example, someone in the other companies say, like from point A to point B, this is the price. And just because of the demand, we are increasing the price. There is no one, literally no one, asking, why did you increase the price? I feel that is to be changed. You're providing same value and you're profiting more from that. And fine, dry wash availability is a thing to be taken in mind, and rain, traffic, everything to be taken in mind. But based on the demand and supply pricing and all, it's pretty questionable. I feel customers should question that. That's why in Druooz, we are having from point A to point B. For example, you're traveling to your college at 8 to 9 o'clock. That's the time you leave your home, right? And at 8 to 9, our prices are consistent every day. So you can budget it.
Like
And
इतना इतना लगेगा per day.
Yeah. So comparatively to other
Platforms.
competitors, platforms, our prices are like 10 to 15% affordable.
Nice.
So you can budget your rides with 10 to 15% affordability monthly, which is huge in India
Yeah, right.
in terms of budget. Yeah.
People are looking to save money as right now.
Yeah.
People are always
And being affordable doesn't mean that our cab availabilities are low. So we have an average wait time of 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That's nice. Okay, but still बहुत कुछ दे रहे हो, right? Nice. Okay, what are your future plans with Druooz? Like, और कहाँ which city are you going on?
So as of now, we have to scale it in Bangalore, and within 7 to 8 months, we wish to be in like all South Indian cities. That is Hyderabad, Chennai, Kochi, and Bangalore. So we wanted to be placed in these cities. Yeah.
Okay.
That's our future plans.
Nice. Okay, so what advice, last question, okay? What advice would you like to give to the aspiring entrepreneurs who are like wishing to venture in this industry or any industry? What advice?
So one thing I would say, if you want to do something, if you have some idea, go to the ground level of it and do it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to be a businessman. I can't be a waiter, and for a good amount of time I've also been a waiter, right? At my younger age, right? So I can't be waiter, I can't drive cabs. So whatever you're doing, you should venture into that 100% and start from the ground level. Ground level in the sense, do the job as a laborer. Know how it feels. Build from that. You'll build a better product. So that is one thing. And you will feel a lot of rejections. Sometimes you will feel like, why am I even doing this? Sometimes you'll be like, you feel like going and vanishing somewhere, and all that you get is rejection from people.
Failure.
So yeah. So it doesn't mean that you have to stop.
Huh.
Build in, bring in discipline in your schedule, and just go on. Yeah.
Nice advice. Like, ये ध्यान रखो भाई. Go in it and then venture it. Right? Then venture it. सीधा कूद
Yeah.
मत जाओ. मैं कर सकता हूँ कूदेगा. कर दूँगा.
Yeah, I see many people, they be like, I want to do this and I want to hire a bunch of people and I'm
Company चल
gonna
गई.
company shuru kar deta hu. No, before doing that, you don't even know whether it would work or not. You don't know the pain points or not, right? You think the people would buy. You think the customer will be interested. Why do you think? You should know before you start, right?
It's still a
So-
thinking, right? Like, है तो
Yeah.
you are sure about it. People will
Yeah.
buy your. There are thousands of them.
Yeah, there are thousands of them, but how are you different?
Yeah,
So
that
you have
people
to
is
go to the
right.
market, be the person you're selling, experience it in first hand, and then build a product from there, right?
Right.
So yeah, this is not my advice. I'm not reached a level to give advice, but what I have faced, and for the fellow people who want to start, just keep this in mind.
That's nice. Nice advice for people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that was all for the podcast, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you so much again, Biju Param sir. So lastly, how was your
Thank you so
experience?
So
Take it.
it was nice. This was my first podcast, guys. So I would be stammering in between sometimes, but it's always a learning, and
Yeah.
it is interesting, to give podcast. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, though.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time and like taking out time for me and like recording it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was all for the podcast. Again, guys, I'll meet you in the another podcast. Bye bye. Peace out. See ya.